lot to talk about tonight, everybody. So now it's time to get into it. Come on. All right, the very first thing that I want to start talking about is, well, I want to talk about Black Phone, because Black Phone 2 is coming, everybody. And if you know this movie, if you've seen this movie with Ethan Hawke, like, the way it ends, it seems like it's the ending, but apparently they're planning on doing more. They want to do a whole Black Phone universe. They want to just keep these going because it made so much money at $16 to $18 million, and they made $161.4 million. They're saying that the idea is sort of whole franchise, and the next one's coming out in 2025. And for me, I'm like, do we really need this? Because it's such a good send-off. If you haven't seen this movie, go check it out. It's on Peacock, but it's like such a good story in one thing, and the way it ends and the way it's all about like kidnapping kids, and Ethan Hawke is so fucking creepy, and his whole game that he plays, it's a lot. He's a great job, but I want to see more of these types of movies. It's a tough movie to watch overall, and now they want to make a whole universe off of it. I really don't think it's the right move. But again, it's the Halloween season. People are like talking about what can we make something out of, and Black Phone 2 is coming. And again, I'm not sold on it. But I want to go to my guests right now and see what they say about this, because it did really well. And should they make more of it? What do we think about this? Goldie, did you see Black Phone 2 or Black Phone 1? And would you want to see a whole universe based off that? And if you haven't, do you think this idea of a movie that's like really a bit about kidnapping kids and murdering them, is that a good idea to bring out for a whole franchise moving forward? This is not the Saw franchise.
Yeah, I mean, kidnapping kids and murdering them, I mean, what else are they good for? Honestly. In all seriousness, there's so many fucking stupid ideas out there, and we're rehashing so much old shit. This is a little bit original in a weird way, and I'm open to it. I'm not against it. I saw the first film. My son made me sit through it. We went to Halloween Horror Nights here in Los Angeles, California, Universal Studios. And
nice.
There was a whole Black Phone-themed thing, kind of scary. There's something to it. Am I thrilled? No. But it could go somewhere. If A24 is involved, aren't they? Isn't it A24?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they're running the town.
I'm fond. Yeah, I'm fond of the choices they've been making creatively. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm open to it.
Yeah, well, I think you're gonna get. But a whole cinematic universe, though, Goldie. Like, where can they go with this? Is it a new killer? Because spoiler,
White
everybody,
phone, yellow phone, purple phone. I don't know. But I think that's kind of the cool thing, is the fact that you're even wondering, like, what could happen. Obviously, the brains at A24, and I think there are brains there. They got something cooking. So if it was, look, if this was like a Stephen J. Cannell production from the 1980s, I'd say we're fucked. But this isn't. This is like something cool. So A24, man, I'm a big fan. I'm looking forward to them giving a chance to my rated R comedy, Tempting Quinn. And
put it out there.
I'm a big fan, man.
That's cool. And David Banner's saying too, like, why is everything gotta be a sequel? That's what just happens. Someone does well, makes that kind of money, they make another one. That's just how it goes. It's like they see that as a gold mine, especially at $16 to $18 million for production budget. Nowadays, that's cheap, and you make $161 million. That's what they want. They want these horror movies, these kind of suspense thrillers that cost around $10 to $15 million, and then they can make $100 million off. It's a big win for.
By the way, Tempting Quinn, $2 million. We could do it for $2 million, just so everyone knows.
$2 million bucks. It's an amazing. Anyone that wants to fund an incredibly funny rated R comedy,
amazing, hilarious,
$2 million,
spectacular
movie that will triple their fucking income overnight.
Hit us up. Send us a comment. Comment, share it, bring it over here to Cruise Control. You can find Goldie, get him in, hit him up. Let's talk about it. Sabrina, what do you think about this? Is this something you want to see, a cinematic universe based off Black Phone? Do you want to see something new? Because again, spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it, take 1 second, plug your ears, and then count to 2. And I'm going to say this when I say start. Ready? Start. He fucking dies. I mean, they blow his fucking brains out. I mean, he's fucking dead. There's no coming back. So it's got to be a new serial killer, a new person. I mean, if he would have lived, they could be like, let's play a game. It was a Saw guy. That would make sense to me. But Sabrina, do you think you can find a child murderer to bring forward and make some of this? I mean, it seems like a lot to me.
I mean, who says it has to be a child murderer? Maybe it's like a different theme and a different phone. Like the phone still exists. Maybe someone moves into that house and, there's a whole new sicko doing, other fucked up and shitty things. And, maybe it's not children, maybe it's women, or maybe it's a psycho bitch killing men. I mean, who fucking knows? They can go in a lot of directions with it. I agree with Goldie in the respect that it was kind of original and a little bit weird and a little bit, I don't know, unexpected. Like the only reason why I watched it, by the way, was because of Ethan Hawke. Like I would not have watched it otherwise, to be clear, but it really wasn't, it was different. I didn't hate it. I think he did a really good job, although there were many times where I was very uncomfortable with him when he's like sitting there like with a shirt off and holding the belt and the mat. Like, oh my God, like it was very off-putting.
Yeah, him
very
sitting there
off-putting
in that chair, just like being like waiting for the kid to come upstairs.
Didn't care for that, but like I guess horror movies are supposed to make you feel uncomfortable, so they did a good job. I mean, I don't know. I'd be down to check out a second one and see if it doesn't suck, and then maybe go from there.
Well, we're going to get it. It's going to happen. So, Rachel, do you feel in the same way? Do you want to see this? Because, again, like Goldie was saying, like, we're making us wonder, it's making us question, what can they do next? Sabrina's kind of saying the same thing. She's like, well, maybe some moves in the house. You think that's
also a prequel? That's a great idea, too. Whoever a backstory prequel, that's also a great idea. We can go back. Who lived in the house before him? And that black phone's always been there. And
Hulk fucking smashed David Banner. Thank you so much for that comment. That's great. You're right. What do you think, Rachel? Could that be the route they go with this, or could you see it being something different?
Admittedly, I did not see the first one.
Oh, Rachel.
Sorry for that spoiler.
Thanks for joining us, Rachel. Have a great weekend.
It's over a year old. It's my fault if I haven't seen it at this point. So horror is the one genre that you can make a million sequels to things and it just seems to be okay. So sure, go for a sequel. I'm never going to question a horror sequel. They always seem to make money. It seems to be the one genre that can get away with it a lot. Like the comments and Sabrina said, a prequel. Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I
can see a prequel.
Killer. They could do all sorts of, there's a lot of different ways you could do a sequel for child murder.
I didn't think about the copycat killer. You're right. There could be somebody
in the
else
background there
that's wearing the mask. Oh, that was the kids. Remember the kid in the whole thing? Like he gets a phone, and then the ghost is talking to him, being like, "Do this, do that, do this move," and so you can practice how to take out Ethan Hawke.
It's very dark. I couldn't really see.
Yeah, that was that whole moment. That was that whole moment. But yeah,
it's a decent movie.
It's a good. I mean,
24 always puts out quality movies. It's just I just didn't catch it.
Yeah, you can still watch it on the Cock right now if you want to. I think it's out there right now, so it's readily available on the Cock. So
I'll keep my eye on the Cock.
Love the Cock.
It's a big thing, but I like those ideas. I think a prequel could be good. I think that idea is great. I mean, this is happening, but a whole cinematic universe, Sabrina, really? You think that's really the route? A cinematic universe?
I mean, it seems like a lot, but I do feel like there are a lot of directions they can go, and I'm going to echo Goldie again. A24. I'm not mad at it. Like, I feel like if they can do a good job with the second one, then I'll be on board with more. I mean, there's 10 fucking Saws and nobody liked all of those movies. You know what I mean? Like there's a couple winners, couple losers, and a lot of bullshit in between. But hopefully A24 can do a better job.
And there's more Saws coming because the last one made money, and they said if it made money, they would keep moving forward.
Bad reviews on the last one, though.
I know, but it still made money, and they set the ending up.
More than half of them have gotten bad reviews.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was really good, and then they fucking swelled off into the sunset, doing a horrible job of everything and like making it something that it never should have been. I thought this coming back to like the origin would be, something more spectacular. I didn't see it, so don't take my word for it. I didn't see it, so I don't know.
I need to see it.
So. I do want to see it, and I will see it, but I thought that this might have been like a rebirth for it. Yeah. But it doesn't sound like it is.
I want to watch. Queen said I want to watch. Go just to the Cock whenever I can, she says. Yeah, you want to. Everybody.
Sorry, I was a little late on that one. The comments come later than like when you post them. It's like at least a 45-second delay. So if you wonder why it doesn't come up when you say it, it's because like on the platform it has to transfer from YouTube. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. But I mean,
David Banner's not really into the Cock himself. You know what? To each his own, David Banner. You can be into whatever you want to be into.
Jacob, do you like the Cock?
Just put it out there.
Your son? Are you asking your son?
Yeah, well, I noticed he was in the text there. He
has a mustache problem, not a cock problem.
Well, it's a very popular streaming network. It really is.